Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 Italian auto-reloading medium, the Carro 45T. This is by far one of the most dangerous Tier 10s in the game, featuring a crazy gun in terms of damage per minute, great mobility, surprisingly troll armor when using gun depression, and it even gets gear oil for some reason. I really don't know what Wargaming was thinking when they decided to give this vehicle every single one of those capabilities, but alas, here we are. So today, we're going to be seeing exactly what the Carro is capable of doing. We have a bunch of heavies up against us. Concept D100, IS-4, Super Conk, 114 SP2, and then we also have a Kampfpanzer 50-ton and a T-22 medium. So, yeah, they have quite a bit of vehicles. Our team wants to go to base C, which is the correct play, and I'm going to try and support them. Okay, well, it looks like we are having a bit of lag, which is unfortunate. My Wi-Fi's honestly been pretty bad. I'm at like 100 ping, which is bad for me. I'm used to like 30 ping, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but there is a storm outside, so that could be partly to blame. Either way, we're going to chill right here, and we will see if somebody tries to poke this. We can already see two of our tanks going over to the other side of the map, which is great. There you go. One shell into the enemy Kampfpanzer, not too bad. And we reload. We got the enemy Super Conk crossing. We're going to aim it on you. Boom. There you go. Another 335. That puts us up to 700 damage. And again, we reload. We have our Kron hull down, so that's pretty good. Hopefully they will be able to do decent 60-8. These players need to move. I'm not bleeding health because of a hull down IS-4. I can't really do anything to a hull down IS-4 either, so yeah. Not really sure why that concept is on the other flank of the map, but that's not very fun. We have the 100 over here as well. I'm going to... I don't even know what I want to do. I might try and push behind. I don't think that would be a bad play right now. We have the concept over there. Yeah, I'm just going to try and get behind the C-100 really quickly. Get one shell into his tank. Nice. And there's shell number 2. That's about... You know, I don't know exactly how much health, but it's a lot. We're going to aim it on the rear of that concept really quickly as well. There's 420, and let's get one more shot. Boom. There's 408. That seriously bleeds out that concept, and finally gives our team the ability to do something. But it's too late. Our team already threw this game. Our 3 tanks that went over towards base C are horrible. Our 62A overpoked and died, and there's really not much I can do in this situation. I mean, my tank might be strong and all, but it doesn't really stop our team from being horrible. That's really as simple as it gets. Now I'm going to push this concept, and we're going to try and take this player out of the game really quickly, so let's do that right now. Let's head over here. Hello, Mr. Concept, and goodbye. Alright, well, at least we took him out. But, yeah, that's about it. The game's over at this point. Our team is atrocious. I'm going to move over here, and we're going to see if I can get some damage out in the crossing, potentially. Let's see. There is the enemy 100. There's 416, and... Okay, of course, the shell misses. That's my luck. We have the enemy Kampfpanzer 50-ton over here, and I need to reload for a few more seconds. Just reloading a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, and there's one shell into the KPZ. Alright, and there's 2 shells into the KPZ. Not bad. However, once again, at this point, my team is pretty horrendous. I really can't do much in this situation. We have the Super Conk over here, which I don't really want to ram me. There's 1 shell. There's 2 shells, and I'm going to get my reserve shell out. There you go. That is 4,700 damage, and 1 absolutely atrocious team. It doesn't matter how good you are at Blitz when your team plays like that. There's really not much you can do. I mean, we did almost 5,000 damage, and that's really where autoloaders and auto-reloaders are able to do so well, is even when your team sucks, at the end of the game, you can get an additional, you know, 1,000+ damage out that you wouldn't be able to do in a single shot. If I was in just a single shot medium there, I would not have been able to get all that damage out in the end. But in this tank, I can. So I did 4,700. And if you look at our team, like, bro, what are we doing? Friggin' driving our super heavies over towards base A? Not only did the team ping to go to base C, but I've said it so many times on the channel, I will continue saying it. If you drive to base A on Rockfield, you're screwing your team over. That's really as simple as it is. There is 0 reason to go there. It gives you 0 positional advantage, and when the enemy team all goes towards base C, you're screwed. So that's really as simple as it is. I say it so many times on the channel, but unfortunately, that doesn't stop bad players from making mistakes. So here we are, Ghost Factory. Up against us, we have a 57 Heavy, we have a 60 TP, and a Sama. Those are very dangerous heavy tanks. They also have an E4, a Grill, and a Waffle. Very dangerous tank destroyers, and a 1-2-1B. So that's actually a pretty strong lineup. Now, our lineup's not horrible. We do have an Atlas, but we also have a 114 and a BZ58 too, which are not known for their strengths. We are going to... I don't know. I'm going to start by just chilling on the medium position, and we'll play it by ear. We're going to go over to this bush. I do have the Ho-Ri supporting me, which is an interesting decision. I mean, I'm going to take any support I can get, but we'll see what happens. They only have one medium, so I'm hoping that they all go town, and we can already see base B is getting captured. But I'm not going to make an over-aggression yet. Now that the Ho-Ri is supporting me, I'll move up, and we'll see what happens, especially because we can see the Sama and all the heavies there. But they obviously still have tank destroyers, which are very, very dangerous vehicles. Well, thank you, RNG. I appreciate it. Let's try that again. Oh, wow. Okay. So basically what we're doing to me, game, is we're going to make me miss every single shot, even though they're pretty well aimed. Well, we get one shell into the 1-2-1B. We had to fire 3 shots to pen 1 shell. The good news is that we can just reload, and I'm going to go low. We'll see if I can take this player out of the game. We get to reload our shells anyway as we reposition, which is the best part about this vehicle. So we're going to do that right now. There's the 1-2-1B, and there's 1 shell into his tank, 2 shells into his tank, and 3 shells into his tank. Shoot me all you want, buddy. There you go. That's 4 shells, and that full health 1-2-1B now has 76 hit points. That's why this tank is ridiculous, because you can get away with things like that. Now, I don't think we're going to do a whole lot more damage at this point. The enemy team is getting completely steamrolled. Basically, what happened to our team last game is happening to the enemy team this game, and it's a bummer, but that's the reality of Blitz, right? So, I really don't know what to even do at this point. Well, you know, we have an AFK Waffle, so that's not horrible. I'm going to reload for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. There's a 516. There is a 466. Ho-Ri hits him. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to shoot the Samwa. I'm going to reload. Boom. There you go. 450, and there you go. We actually did 3,300 damage. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that we were able to get out that much damage in this game. But again, it's such a good example of where being an autoloader, or an auto-reloader in this case, allows you to deal damage even when you normally wouldn't expect to. This tank is ridiculous. That's really as simple as it is. In the 5 shells that I penned the 1-2-1B, we were able to take off 1,800 hit points. And if any of my other shells had hit him when he first made that bad play, he would have been dead. That's as simple as it is. He would have been dead. And that's really why the Carro is so stupid. You can get away with the most ridiculous plays, and you can get rewarded because you have a 4-shell clip, and you have mobility, and you have DPM, and you have troll armor. So you add all that together, and there's really not much to say negative about the vehicle. It even has a ridiculous amount of ammo, so you don't ever have to worry about loading gold or standard or whatever it is. You're just going to kind of get away with it all. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, make sure to smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.